I was when I found that out, then tonight's conversation is definitely going to be useful, beneficial, and probably very enlightening to you. So I am about to bring up tonight's guest. You are going to get to meet and hear from Lashana Moore. She is the owner of the Holistically Well Center, which is a wellness practice located in Houston, Texas. She has owned this center for 14 years, and she's also a holistic health practitioner and nutritionist, and she has a wealth of information to share. So, welcome to the summit, Lashana.
Thank you, Koereyelle. Happy Monday. How was your Monday today?
Listen, I was running around like a crazy person, like right before I logged on here. So I am relaxing. How was your Monday?
It Mondayed. I had
It
to
did
come
that.
home. I did clinic today. I had to come home and decompress, get recentered, take me a good shower, get
Can we start there? I think that's the
prepared.
perfect place to start, because how do you decompress? What does that look like for you? For the people who are running, and you
Right.
don't have a choice, how do you personally decompress? And what are some ways that the women watching this who are going after all the things can find time
And
to do the same?
yeah, for sure. So first of all, hello, ladies. Those of you who are joining us live or by replay, we are really in for some good talk tonight. I think decompressing works differently for everybody. It's based on your environment, your personality, what you have access to. So when I'm podcasting, many times I'll start us off with what's called a moment of we treat, where we go in and find our own personal way. I always say breathing is free. It's accessible. It's the quickest, powerful tool that you have at your leisure. Put in your artillery belt, your holistic utility belt. And I start with breathing and really sitting down and being still, because we know that our heart rate, our pulse, the traffic in our brain, all of that is connected to one another. So I really start with just getting still and breathing. I'm a woman of faith, so I may whisper a scripture or a prayer. For me, sometimes also I'll stretch, I'll shower, because there's something about just refreshing the entire body. Y'all know the power of nature, right? So just that water, there's something very refreshing and symbolic about allowing the water to wash over me. Just settling the needle and disciplining myself to sit. That's my main go-to for decompressing.
Why is that such a challenge for us to sit still, to calm our nerves, to quiet the I don't want to say quiet the voices, but yeah, to quiet all of the mental traffic?
Because we are a go society, we're go people, we are performers, we are human doings. Everything about we're ambitious, we're pursuing all the time, whether it's internal or external, personal, professional. Everything around us also dictates that in order to be successful, in order to be progressive, in order to be productive, there is an action that's required. And then, of course, with media and technology and digitization has spoiled us. So, y'all, I'm Generation X, okay? So I was right on the verge. I was at that emergence of analog technology. I remember the first cell phones, fax machines, newspapers, all that good stuff. And so because of all of the advancement, it really has spoiled us. It has tested our brain cells as well. Neurologists tell us all the time that our brain was not designed to take in as much information daily that we are consuming. And then you've got 60,000 thoughts running through your mind throughout the day. And you don't think it's going to be challenging for you to sit down? And it's boring. We feel like it is a boring activity. So it takes a lot of grace, because it's not perfect. You're going to define what that stillness or that slowing down means for you. It's going to be different for the woman who may have ADHD, to the woman who may be in perimenopause and she's having some brain fog. I heard you talking about it. We're going to get into that too. Or the woman who's multitasking, who has children, or maybe the woman who doesn't have children, but she's got a lot on her plate. It's going to look different for everybody.
what is, because that people get frustrated or don't even get started when it comes to like meditation,
Yeah.
because you try it once and it is so hard. It is the
Mhm.
complete opposite of what we're used to.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about, being performative, and
Yeah.
we are so goal oriented, and we literally feel like resting is wrong.
Yeah.
If we sit down for too long, it's like, okay, wait a minute, I need to be productive. I need to be doing something. We have to be going. If we're not doing all the things, then we're lazy.
Mhm.
We're not doing enough.
Right.
And so a lot of people will attempt meditation and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, no, I can't do this. And I think that part of it is because we are thinking that we got to sit still like a monk for 30 minutes.
Right.
And baby, 30 minutes, that's going to be a little challenging. So what is like the
Absolutely.
bare minimum? Like if you can just do this little bit, what
Yeah.
is something that's more realistic that we can offer as a resource?
I think you've got to decide what meditation means for you. The context of that word, the lexicon, meditate means to pause and to chew on something repeatedly until you digest it with a aha. So whether you're meditating on something you read, you're meditating in your body, you're meditating on something you heard, a good quote, meditating on a goal that you want to accomplish, it's all about just chewing on it. And so I would say you got to know your personality. That's number one. I don't think it's a linear path. Everyone's not going to sit still for 20, 30 minutes. I say try 5 minutes, but as I've started to work with a larger group of women who are legitimately and clinically having other focus issues, that's not always the route. What I will say to you is environment. Figure out what environment pulls you in. Moms are hiding in the bathroom from the kids because you never get a break. It could be your restroom. It could be your closet. It could be the pantry. It could be outdoors. I work with high income earners as well as low income earners. So they don't have the luxury of a backyard. Go to the wall, go in the corner, find your space and break out of the box of what even a clinical definition has told you have to do. Know your environment. Give yourself 60 seconds at a time. Chew on it. Give time to digest that thing. Let it metabolize. And the last thing I'll say, Koereyelle, is explore. Because you ever notice, like when we go on vacation, first of all, the environment is different, the climate is different, the momentum is different, the way of life is different, and we're able to tune in and tune out so easily. So, of course, we are kind of, I use this word loosely, victim of our civilization, but also it forces us, environment forces us to reacclimate. So just one thing, chew on that.
Chew on it. Okay, break